Yes, hello guys, how are you? How's your morning? How is your evening? How is your night? Yeah, we're going to try and make this. I think the reference image is already in Discord, and you can get the project files in the free channels. Thank you, Vulcan. Okay, let's see. Just grab the reference image. My shortcuts are on. How are you, Kuma? I'm good myself. How are you? I think we can start with the terrain. Let me use a square aspect ratio as well. Just going to jump right in. Start with the sun. I don't know if I should use EV or cycles. I think we're just going to use cycles. This should be better and faster. Set up the world. Sky texture. Sky texture like this. Very blue. Let me rotate this 45. And okay. Let's first block out everything here. Think we have something like the best of the castle. Auto smooth. Let's first use some cylinders to block out things. Auto smooth. Yeah. Just block out stuff here. Since camera is a bit too far. Just starting with the blocking. How do I work so fast? Well, I've been doing this for a while, so I've kind of, yeah, my speed has gotten better. So it's just practicing, nothing more than that. Let me do a check, deselect. We are still in the blocking phase. Just to get things to line up correctly. Yeah, speed always comes with practice. Let me call this floating castle. Hey Toti, how are you? Let's continue blocking as more notifications. As YouTube sends out more notifications, we can wait for more people joining. How have you guys been? How was your weekend? Okay. Very good. Nice. What did you guys do for the weekend? Okay. We need to block this. Okay, and grab these pieces. Why in the new Blender, every time I press X, it shows Army Pi delete, not normal? In the new Blender? Not all one. Which Blender are you using? Thank you, Alphat, for subscribing. I appreciate that. Make the shadows more softer, and then let's put some clouds in. I'll go to the world. World setting. Actually, let me just use. Have you seen William Landgreen work in YouTube? William Landgreen. Let me see. Don't think I know who that is. William Landgreen. Oh, he has some really good stuff. Oh, I think I've seen his work. I've seen some of his stuff. I've seen this. Definitely seen this. Yeah, he has some good stuff. And I hear he's really young. Hello, Wall. How are you? I want to add some clouds. Let's use a sphere. Let me just remove the bottom part. And I use my text folders here. Skies. I want to use this mirror ball here. I think I just need to use animation shader. Hello, Stylo Ali. Ali, how are you? I think I can turn it, have this show up as a wireframe. Let's see. Actually, we want to have, let me go to materials here. I'm what? Like, how are you doing? We need transparency. Of a blend, shadows. And I want to unwrap this like this. So we want to create a sky dome. Now we just can add. I want to make sure that this doesn't cast any shadows. And let me see, color ramp. I sorry didn't hear you properly because my headset sounds was too low. Oh, yeah, I was just saying hi. Just want to add some clouds. Okay, now we're going to do some sculpting. Let me make sure this is viewport wireframe. Let me first even hide it for a bit. Okay, let's start working on some materials and stuff. We're going to do some sculpting. So let me do sculpt, turn on Dino Topo. Dino Topo. I've always learned a lot of stuff from you. Thank you. I'm glad. Yeah, you are learning something. I think, let me recalculate these. Sculpt mode, Dino Topo. Okay, I want to add in these details. Let me use this brush here. So this side looks a bit rocky. So let's make that. Just want to add rocky detail. And already you can see by just doing that, let me increase the strength quite significantly. Right. Yes, I'm using a mouse for this. That's the job. Yeah, we're not doing a lot of sculpting for this. Just so it does the job pretty well. Yeah, let's see. The same thing here. Make this rocky. Now let's start adding some material. Let me shade smooth. I think I'm going to select all the faces pointing up. Yeah, like this. Go to vertex weight. Selected and just paint those black. Shift K, paint those black. And so that should give us a nice mask. And I think we can blur this a bit. I think if you go to level adjustments, you can just start blurring this a bit. No. Let's try a different approach. Instead of doing that, let's do this in the nodes. No, this is a very simple stuff to sculpt, so it's not necessary to use that. I do have a tablet though, that it's not necessary here. Yeah, so this is going to be a great mask for grass. So let me search for some grass element. Like this. Put this texture in. I'm just going to use object coordinates. Like that, and let's grab another shader here. Blend the two, and let me frame this. This is going to be our grass. Actually, let me even color that green. Now this is going to be our stone, so let me give it a color of, I don't know, red. Okay, we need to invert this. Yeah, like that. Okay. One thing you will notice is that the edges of this look a bit darker. So I guess we can try use mix as the factor. I think that's what I'm using. Let's also grab some rock. Like maybe this. Just going to import it in. Again, we can also make it use object mapping. Okay, let's make there is these pointy surfaces, so let's try and make one like that. I think we can start with a mesh, use the subdivisions, apply, and I just randomize these edges a bit, then extrude it down. I want to sculpt a pointy surface like this. So let me go to sculpt mode here. And first up. Make sure that this is recalculated and applied. Let's use a Dynotopo. Yes, make some rocks. Let's see. We're trying to make these surface islands. I think we can use the snake. There's a snake hook to make some sharp points. Something like that. Let me go back to the, can even use this to make some sharp corners as well. Hello there. Hey. Hello Tensor. Hello, I'm sorry, I can't pronounce that. Is it Chinese or Japanese? I'm not sure. But how are you? Yeah. Hello, Julia. How are you? How are you planning to do the topology? I'm sure you have some tricks. I'm not going to do any retopology for this. No, I don't think it's not necessary. It's necessary for what we're doing here. Like your work. Thank you. Appreciate that. Okay, and this can also use the same material as this, so I'm just going to Ctrl L, link materials, and you can see the materials just work. One other thing we could do is add some, let's go to sculpt, to vertex weight, show you what I mean. We can do a dirty vertexes, and that should give us a new mask we can use. So if I bring that in here, input attribute, color attribute, go to the materials, you can see it gives us that look, which I think is great. We can use it to make the rock surfaces look more blended. Yeah, retopo is a pain, and good thing is it's not going to be necessary for this one. Videos are like the most straightforward. Thank you to Learn Blender. Yeah, I tried to make them that way because I know a lot of you just want to do stuff. So it's okay. So we can use this, I think, as to add extra detail to the rocks, because right now they seem a bit too plain. So this is our rock. It's not too detailed. I think if we bring this in as a mask, maybe we can use RGB curves, blend this here, and use this as a mask for that mix node. You mean, yeah, I understood what you meant there. Yeah, thank you, man, thank you. Maybe we can use a different color here. Make the rocks this also would need that vertex color. So let's go to the vertex paint, dirty vertices, and should get that to look like that. Okay, I think that's now better. Let's see how far we are. Okay. Now, this rock here, this rock surface is as details, has some good detail. So I'm going to use that on the sides here. Can even scale it in different. Yeah, like that. Our colors, our sun might be a bit too bright. Can even get some decimated one. Now you can see there are quite a few of these. So what I'm going to do is let me get this decimated one, add a plane, create a plane like this, and use a hair system. Oh, by the way, it looks like a giant floating world of a sword art online. Huh? I'm not sure what you mean there. Hey, thank you, Elza. Thank you. Oh, by the way, the project files, if you want to check them out, just go to the Discord server and go to the free models section. I'll be posting the finished piece there. Let me use 50, and I want to use this as an instance. So let me turn on advanced and render object. Select this, and I think I need to get the right rotation of this. So let me do 3D cast. Cursor selected. Rotate. Yeah, so yeah, like that. And all I need to do now in the instance, I don't need to show the instance. So we have these smaller versions. I'm seeing an issue here. At the normal direction, we need to make this different. Change the material a bit different here. Make it different so that I will change this. Let me. Where is that? Let me try Y. Because I want the green to be on this area here. Yeah, like that. And I think I want this edge here to be sharp. So, you know. So we have these small islands. We can make them a bit bigger, randomize the scale, the rotation as well, randomize the phasing, like that. Now we can also subdivide this emitter and just give it a displacement texture. Where is that? Have this up here so that we can randomize the Z position. Yeah, something like that. And now what we can do this with, we can just actually we don't need as many subdivisions as we have right now, so because it's going to make things complicated to distribute. So let me just have see what we're having there. So I can grab any face like this and just extrude around this face, and we'll have some scattered pieces around this face. And I think I need to reduce the... What should I change here? The normal? Nah, it's okay. Please correct the name of your title to Castle. Oh, how did I write? Oh, thank you for that. So I thought, so it's Castle with that. Yeah, thank you. How do you do this like a magician? Yeah, it's experience, man. I've been doing this for some time. Okay, see, we now have some scattered pieces around this surface. Now we can grab any of these faces, just bring them closer here. That we can also make some more pieces around this. Yeah, again, we can increase the number of pieces and the randomness. Think the sun might be a bit too much. Yeah, something like that. And we need some light in the, because this is the sky, we don't want this to be dark at the bottom here. So I'm going to go to the world and create a texture gradient. Actually, I can just use an environment map and just grab, go in my skies and grab, let me see, what should I grab? This mirrorball. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, but I don't want the bottom to be lit up too much. Actually, you know what? Let's just use something else for that. First, let's try working on the castles and maybe add a path and some grass. I have some grass from my quick trees. Let me go to my quick trees add-on. I have some grass collection like this. Let me first hide this as well. But the grass is quite a lot. Let me come in here. We need one particle. And let's use about 500. And for the children, let's use fewer. So this is some good some grass. We're going to use a shrink wrap to just have it on the surface here. And just make sure that this is like that. Let me go in here, tweak it a bit. Seems it's too tall. Let me just use a hair shader, principal hair. Let me use this. Okay. All right, let's do this grass from scratch because I'm having issues with it. So let's do hair like that. Bring it. This is 0. I would just want Z direction like that. Let's add some children. We don't want the radius to be too much. And in the hair rendering, I want to hair shape. I want to increase the diameter to something bigger like that. So you can see the grass already there. Think it's a bit too dark, so let me add RGB curves and just bump up the brightness a bit. Okay, so here we want to follow the path. We want to create a path like that. So I'm going to, let me see. Let me make sure that I have a shrink wrap on this surface. Okay, so let me offset this up a bit. Let me use, okay, just want this to follow turn on proportional editing, just have this set to connected. Just trying to create a path. Okay. And I think because we have a radius on our children, kind of blurring. Yeah. So the path should be much visible now. You are really a magician. Thank you, man. And I'm going to come here and just bridge these two, bridge edge loops, separate that, and that is going to be my path. One thing I can try is first giving this a curve, a subdivision surface. Maybe even add this above, so I can grab this edge loop and this shift bridge P. Yeah, this would not have any particles. Just be a road material. Let's see. What I want is this. Should be offset up so that is visible. Hey Kapil, how are you? Good morning. Are you still doing the jogging? You haven't talked about it a lot. Maybe you haven't talked about it in a while. Maybe you gave up? You were my motivation, so what happened? Top channel, you are top G. Thank you, man. Thank you, thank you. Think this grass needs to be. Yes, give it a different color. So let me add a mix RGB here. Yes. Yeah, something like that. Now we have a path that goes to the castle. Let's start making this castle buildings. Doing great. Yes, I did a 1 hour today, but treadmill made weird noise at the end, so maybe breaking soon. No, if it breaks, maybe that's a good thing. Just jog on the, go outside and run instead of using tech. I like the feeling of running on the surface, a rough surface of roads. So maybe it's a cue for you to get out more, man. You are stronger than Andrew. You mean Andrew Price? That guy does a lot of stuff. He has managed to build a business around Blender. That's and a really big business, I think. I want to be like him when I grow up. Okay, I think we need some grass even around this. Just offset this a bit. Let me get this. Why am I so underrated? Thanks for the compliments, guys. Really flattered. Just going to grab this. Okay, just give some of these elements, some of these hair particles as well. So, but this should have less. This one can. Hey, thank you for subscribing. Thank you. I think we need less. Should I disable add-on when I'm not using them? Does that decrease the PC performance? No, if you're not using the add-on, they will just not be used by Blender. They're only active when you are using them. Actually, even when you are using them, they are not really doing much. They don't really add much. How do you how do you do that? Like move it on a 3D cursor? So that is Shift S. If you select an object, so this on a 3D cursor, you just use Shift S selection to 3D cursor, and yeah. Yes. Let's get some clouds. It could help with adding some extra detail. Let's see if I switch this to translucent, because right now I'm using animation instead. Doesn't change much. Hi, can you check Utah Tusky and remake one of his videos. Let me see who that is. How did you connect a plane to the island? How did I connect the plane to the island? I think I used the shrink wrap. Yota Tasaki. Oh, this is some nice pieces. I'll check out his work and see. And get some dome. ROM. Now it's about adding some details. Okay, let's start making details to the castle, adding details to the castle. We need, I think one piece is a, okay, this looks like just one piece that has been repeated several times. So let's try to make that. So I'm just going to start with a circle, extrude up, and we add extruded up like that. Add a loop here, label that. Let me go to the front here, and I think if I grab these two faces, I can extrude them in and round off these corners here. Control B like that. I can use auto smooth, yeah, something like that. And now I can grab this piece. He's underrated, and many people like to see how he created. Yeah, I'll check him out. I check his work and see, because it looked very, very interesting and very good. I spin this. $360. How many copies? Let's see. $270. Still leaves me with some gap here. Let me see what's going on here. I should be able to just spin this. 270. Duplicates. Thank you, Trag Nguyen. Spin tool is not working for me. Let me just shift D. I'm left with a gap here, so that's okay. Let me just bridge that. Just push this. Oh, thank you, Utlus does. Thank you for subscribing. Yeah, if you're new here, enjoying the content, you can subscribe so you never miss out on the content and on the streams. Okay, so we have this, and I would just assume that that is that. Then let me try merging by distance and just increase. Add another circle there. Okay, so we can extrude this out, up, extrude up, insert, extrude, extrude. Oh, you're just making three? Nice, 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 nice. You promised to teach me how to make tea, man. My tea sucks. I think I can come here. Just going to grab these, Shift D. Okay, so I can give this a concrete material. And then the roof can get a roof material. And going to make the concrete more light. Okay. Now we can start blocking this out. Can just get rid of these my blender lags when I use any plant. Yeah, plants are really heavy. It's not just your computer, so you have to be careful how you use plants because yeah, they are quite heavy for most PCs, so it's not just yours. I'm going to grab this. Okay, since these are quite tall, Okay, yeah. Okay, okay, things are starting to look interesting. My GPU died because of hair particles. Yeah, you have. Okay, so let me show you a trick about hair particles. So, what you want to do with hair particles, you don't want to use a big number here. What you want to do is use a small number here, turn on children, and increase the size. That will spread out the children's and make it seem like you have a lot of particles. You can see we have very few particles, but even here, but it works okay in the render. Do you do freelance works or only YouTube and that? Yeah, I do some freelance work, but mostly nowadays I do add-ons, Blender add-ons, and YouTube. Let me grab. I don't want how we have a dark space here, so I'm going to use a plain. Oh yes, I used interpolated. Yeah, interpolated can also work. Yeah, don't use too much children as well, because what you're trying to do is make it seem like you have a lot of particles. So yeah, I wanted to create a gradient. So let's do a texture gradient. Now I want it to be top down. You can just feed it into an emitter. So do color ramp. You want it to start from a deeper blue to a lighter blue. So I'm going to rotate this. Just add it in the background. Actually, let me also grab a transparency. Yeah, like that. How do you get freelance projects? There is a lot of competition on Fiverr and freelance platforms. So I have a seller profile on CG Trader. That's where I sell my 3D models. And let me show you CG Trader stroke Ismail's VFX. Yeah, so I have a lot of models here. And since my reputation is high, people when they see some of my projects or my models online, and since I have a high rating, they contact me to make them some custom models. for them. But sometimes I'm too busy to handle those projects. And yeah, basically that's how I usually get to do that if I need to. I think our castle is a bit too thick. Castle looks a bit too tall. Let me search for some towers. I have some castle towers. Actually, I have this thing here. I think we can add it as a nice detail there. Have some castle walls. Yeah, we can use a curve to have this castle wall laid out. So I'm going to go to geometry nodes. Where is that? Geometry nodes. The image render is on cycles. Already looks so good already. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, and yes, we are rendering it in cycles. Is there a lot of demand in your local area? Yeah, maybe you can try local if online is not working out that well. Okay, I want to instance on points. Just instance this geometry. Like that. Sample curve. And just align Euler to vector. So I want to get the normal of this. Do I just use spline parameter? Interesting. Hey, Carlo Noya, thank you for subscribing. Welcome to the channel. Can sample curve here. Need this to have the right rotation. I think I have to use spline. Is it curve? What curve? I'm forgetting how you do this. Is this align? And then sample curve. No. Spline Plane parameter. Huh. I'm forgetting the right way to do this. So let me just duplicate the wall. It's not going to look very good. Let's see. What else can we do? Let's see how this looks now. This tower might be a bit too tall. Can have it be surrounded tall towers. Ian Hubbard is an awesome creator. Yeah, and he has a lot of experience. Cause I think he was part of the Blender team that directed what was it? Steers of Steel. He has a ton of experience. Let's make sure these have the same material. Yes, make a few walls. Okay, let me grab this tower, bring it here, and just add this. Did you watch Dino Dreams? Oh yeah, I did. It's amazing how much Blender can do with just one man team, with just a one person. I think he didn't do it alone. I think he had a few other people helping him, but still, it wasn't a very big team. So very, very powerful application. I should all use its concrete material. Let's add some birds. One day YouTube channel will feature us in his movie. I hope so, man. That would be fun. That would definitely be fun to do. I think it's also getting easier and easier to make personal projects like that. Fix the folder, birds. Yeah, have some birds here. Let's add those. Imagine if we all worked in a huge project and everyone at least created one asset. That I think what would make that something like this hard? Because the tools are there. It's just the commitment. People committing to such a project is what fails us all. But otherwise, it's quite doable with the current tools we have. I think even Blender has functionality where you can collaborate on a project quite easily, even on a specific scenes quite easily. So it's just the commitment to do something like that. Ian Hubbard created extraordinary things in a simple way, even his tutorials. Yeah, he's quite good. But I don't know why he's not releasing any more tutorials. I guess he's quite occupied with different projects. He hasn't released a project. A video, I think, in almost a year. That will be amazing. We can learn many things with experienced artists. Yeah. True. Collaboration is getting much easier nowadays. Let's add flag pose or flag lines. And I'm trying to think of a way to do this. If we have a curve object, like this, let me subdivide it a bit. If we have a curve object like this, now let me create a flag element here. There is a Ugandan flag. There is I don't know how they called. They're usually on castles. These are what I want to add. I think let's give them a color like this. I want to use geometry nodes for this, but I'm forgetting some geometry nodes because it's been a while since I used geometry nodes. Let's do set mesh to curve to mesh. A curve to mesh. And let's use a curve circle. So we give this some thickness. It shouldn't be that big. And curve to points. yeah, curve to points. This this has to be before the conversion. Okay, we need to join these. Okay, curve to points. We can bring in the flag that I've just created. Let me first pin this flag here. Bring that in. That use an instance on point. Instance on points. Instance on points. Just select this geometry. These, you can see now we have some flags. They are rotated in the wrong direction, so we can use the rotation here like that. It's still rotated in the wrong direction, so I need to add some rotation to these. Can you give those clouds you use for this render? Yeah, the entire project file can be downloaded. It's going to be available on Discord. So in this, actually, if you want to continue right here where we are, let me first save external data park resources. So if you want to see where we are right now, you can go to the Discord. Maybe you can follow along with the project. Let me find the project and I just upload it there. Where is this? 2022 June floating castle. Okay, let me put it in the drive in the drive folder, because on the drive folder, you just go to this drive folder. It should take you to this folder here, and I'm going to put the floating castle there. So yeah, after it's done uploading, yeah, you can just go to that and you'll find it there. Have you made animated intros? No. I don't think I've done. Yeah, actually, I have. We have made. Actually, I did that on YouTube. I've made the Fox, 20th Century Fox, and the Paramount Pictures animations. Let me see. Top channel. 1-on-1. Paramount. Yeah. I play League of Nations. Sorry, Rocket League. Rocket League. I do play Rocket League quite a while, quite a lot. Yeah. So I have made this. Let me see if the animation play. Yeah, and where is the? Yeah, so I've tried remaking the Paramount. Yeah. Check the free models section. I have posted my work. It is just 30 seconds. Oh. Nice. Good job, man. Maybe you can do a flyover where we can see the top of the buildings as well. Better than the original. Thank you. Okay, I want these flags to look the right direction, so I'm going to get a combine and a vector math. Thank you for subscribing. SA Gills, thank you. Actually, I don't even need the combine. Can rotate these down like that, and also on the X. Oh, we can use align. Let's try align Ura to vector. So we can use the normal direction. So if we get the vector here and use that. And maybe it's not really showing as I hoped it would. Oh, I can just grab the flag and rotate that instead of. Yeah, so that's what I was going for. So something like that, and I can just scale down these. I'm learning, bro. Can't make anything yet. Are you a professional 3D artist? You give off, I guess, you give up the professional 3D artist vibes. So, that's why I guess people expect you to be a prof. Let me resolve this. Add more flags. Now let me expose the count. Yeah. I just have to align, connect these to something. Okay, those are really large flags to be seen from that distance at that size. So let me bring the scale up. A scale here as well. So let me. Yeah, like that. So it's like the Disney castle. I don't like how this looks. Checking your stream from work. I hope I don't get caught. You are breathtaking. Thank you, Simon. A smoking panda. Thank you. I hope you don't get caught as well. But don't risk your job for stream. The video is going to be up after. Okay. We want more grass on these pieces, so let me try and do that. So on these, should have some grass on these. It doesn't need a shrink wrap. These don't need a shrink wrap or subdivision. No shrink wrap, no subdivision. Perfect. Let's add this, whatever this thing is. We already blocked it out. Can you do a realistic animal creation like VFX Grace did? It would be awesome. I'm not very good at making animals. Oh yeah, so this has downloaded. If you want to see where we at so far, you can download the free project, the project we are working on, by going to the free models channel in the in Discord and go to this link. You'll find that here. Yeah, I'm too lazy to work on details after completing the basic work. I don't like working on a single project more than a day. How can I improve to work on long projects? Well, Raj, you're asking the wrong person because I don't like to work on a project more than 3 hours. Yeah, so if you can work on a project more than a day, you're actually doing way better than me, and I should be giving me tips, not the other way around. I don't. So if I finish a project like this, it's very difficult for me to go back at it. So I guess I need some tips on how to change myself. So okay, want to grab this and this, scale this up. Yeah, nice. I think that's going to work. Except let me first see here. If I grab this piece, this actually I need Shift D P. Anyways, P. Just subdivide this. Extrude down. Now want to just grab a few I think every fifth you can skip a piece. And I think we can use the internal proportional editing. Oh no, let me just use the shear tool to have something like that. And then I'm going to grab these edges or vertices here. Just pull them round them off. And set. And select this. Shift D P. Do a checker deselect. Now what's going on? Select checker deselect. Okay, not exactly coming out as I imagine it. I think these are too, I made them too thick. I made this wall too thick. You're gonna, your streams are very refreshing, educating, and chill. Thank you, Computer Killer. Thank you. It is difficult to remember all the shader by tutorial. I refer back to yeah, sorry about that. My woofer just, I don't know, it's still broken. Randomly turns on. It's difficult to, yeah, that was my woofer if you heard some loud noise. Randomly turns on and turns on the radio so you hear noise.